What are some of your comfort games? Now, I have three that I like to talk about, and one, maybe two of them probably won't make a whole lot of sense, but please just let me explain myself. So, the first one I'd like to talk about that does make sense is Tetris Effect, or it could also be called Tetris Effect Connected, which is like an updated version of the game, and it's Tetris as you would expect, but it's a very atmospheric game, right? Between the way that the visuals are designed as well as the soundtrack in the background, it's a very calming and immersive experience. And I know that probably sounds silly because I'm talking about Tetris, but it really is. The soundtrack is genuinely beautiful. The levels evolve and change as the game goes on, as well as the soundtrack. And by the time you get to the end, there's the final level called like Metamorphosis or something. And the soundtrack in that one is so nice as well. And it's just one of those games where when life is a bit too much, it really calms me. It's very therapeutic. It's very comforting. And it's one that I return to at least once a year typically. And it only takes about an hour to play through, but it's definitely worth it. The next game that I'd like to talk about is Resident Evil 4, which again, this is one where it's like, okay, comforting, kind of goes back and forth depending on your definition, but this is one where, it's literally my favorite game of all time, and I've been playing it since I was 7 years old. It got me through my life, like the good, the bad, and everything in between. Resident Evil 4 has always been there for me, so I have just such a deep love, appreciation, and fondness for that game. I love Resident Evil 4 so much. And then the final game I wanted to talk about is Dark Souls 1, and I know that's like, okay, dude, Dark Souls is your comfort game? What the hell's wrong with you? But no, seriously, Dark Souls 1 is my comfort game. There's just something about the contrast between having to hyper focus on the bosses, right? Like, getting in tune or getting in sync with their hits. The thing that I love about Dark Souls is like it's a dance of death, right? The enemy makes a move, you make a move, you wait for your turn, and you do your part in the dance per se. But in between the deadly dances of death, between the boss fights, between the levels like Sense Fortress and Lost Izalith and all this, you have the bonfires, and especially Firelink Shrine, which is that in itself is just a very comforting, very therapeutic area, and it's sort of this contrast to where it's like, no matter what happens, there's always a metaphorical light at the end of the tunnel, that being Firelink Shrine or the next bonfire or simply the credits of the game. And even the combat sections of Dark Souls are very comforting to me, though, too, because I do just really love the combat in that game. But anyway, what are some of your comfort games?